If you're listening to this on air date, today is the day.
Yeah.
Zach and Leanne have abandoned me. They're up in Maine.
Honestly, I was hoping you never bring it up.
Looking at moose.
I feel bad. Yeah, I better see moose.
Yeah, all the time Zach's like, yeah, we're going to be there. We're going to be there. And I texted something to our, the us and the two wives group chat. And Leanne's like, well, actually, we're going to be in Maine during that time.
You should just do it another week. Just move the production.
Just do another week.
Yeah, like what's the big deal? I will say that group chat is good. I like it when the wives are on there because
they keep us in line with dates and stuff.
Keep us in line, yeah.
Yeah, I throw stuff out there and I'm like, this is like mine or Zach's idea, but the reality always comes in when Jill or Leanne's like, actually, you can't do that. And I'm like,
it's
okay,
not
that's
why
why you're here.
And they have very good reasons.
Yeah.
But so this is going to air on the day of the premiere?
Yeah, the 23rd.
Wonderful,
yeah.
Man.
And
so what should we talk about? Yeah,
we should probably talk about we had talked about me showing up in my full Warbucks garb, but I went from work to tutoring to recording, so
excuses
didn't happen.
I do think you should have just committed to the day, first thing in the morning, just dressed up and just been in character all day.
The thing is, I guess there's more than one suit but like the one that I wear the most, kind of the iconic look. It's when he's outside and walking down NYC. And so I have a 3-piece suit on.
Yeah. It's a beautiful, perfect day for a 3-piece suit.
Plus a heavy trench coat.
Oh, yeah.
And that trench coat is lined with fur. So it's hot on stage when it's like 68 degrees there. So it's 100 degrees today. So
honestly, you probably wouldn't fit in the suit. You'd lose all this water weight from just sweating it all out because it is brutal out there.
It's pretty hot.
I was walking with Leanne and I was just taking one short walk, just like sweating.
Yeah.
So podcasts. What are we talking about today?
So it's long been my contention that any good story is going to reflect themes of true reality. Now, I think Hollywood sometimes they put out these stories that they're not reflected in reality at all. Mm-hmm. Like there's no themes there that we would see that are really good themes. And they're surprised that they don't do well. The movies don't do well. And like they go to some small artsy thing where people it made us think about, blah, blah, blah. But people aren't going to that in droves. Yeah. And then great stories actually reflect aspects of the gospel.
Like the Odyssey. It's supposed to be this great movie.
Yeah. I'm sure the Odyssey does. It's been a while since I've read the Odyssey.
I read it every other week. Just a casual read. Super easy.
Just go through it, once every 3 weeks. So I thought that we could talk about the musical Annie, at least our version of it. Yeah. And look at 3 aspects, at least that I've seen, where it reflects the gospel.
Ooh, I like it.
And see how that plans out.
I'll learn something in the process. If you know anything about me, might surprise you. Don't know a lot about musicals. Don't know, stories. I won't tell you all. A good story to me. I'll tell you what a good story that I watched the other day. You want to hear it? England versus Argentina. Themes of courage, bravery, cowardice. And a savior at the end. I was like, oh, this is like perfect. But
were you rooting for Argentina?
I feel like you have to just with Messi. I wasn't like strong. I was like, Messi, and it was just so crazy. Like England did so well. It's like they delivered that first punch. You think everything through the middle was being blocked, and then they just played such a scared game, no bravery, where they just they got their goal and they're like, we got to hold back, and that's but it's like such again sports like movies and stuff. Good themes for life. Like there's something in there,
Yeah, I think so.
But I'm excited because I'll learn a lot about Annie and the process.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's take it to the next level.
Let's fire up that twangy music.
From the hearts of the Low Country in South Carolina.
It's the Take 2 podcast, where we take theology to the next level. The Gospel According to Annie. If you go to my personal Facebook, you will see kind of the prose version of this, the written out form of this. But maybe you already have, and maybe you just want to hear us talk about it. But you can see it written down. So we're not necessarily giving a review on Annie. And from what I've learned, Annie, at least one of the cast members who's really into this, started out as like a comic strip.
Oh, did
and
it?
the guy hated FDR. So FDR kind of plays prominently in this musical.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But the guy who did the thing hated FDR. But anyways,
That's pretty
and
funny.
then there were some musicals, and there was actually a book written on it.
So it started as a comic strip, and then a musical, and then a book. So it's like musicals, like kind of early on,
Comic
as like a foundational.
Book and musical. I don't know which
whichever-
one
yeah,
came
yeah, I
first.
gotcha.
I don't know. And I welcome any fact checks on that, because I'm just telling you what someone else told me. It's literally hearsay. I heard it.
It's hearsay.
And I'm saying it. Yeah. But so if you don't know, big overview of Annie. She's an orphan. She's in an orphanage. The person taking care of the orphans, horrible, rotten person. Warbucks, depending on which version you get, he either just wants an orphan, or Grace gets an orphan without his knowledge, trying to help his image. In ours, that's not the case. In ours, Warbucks asks for an orphan. He assumes it's a guy.
Okay. Yeah.
Warbucks was an orphan himself, so kind of the thought process is maybe he's like trying to reach out to someone that. Anyways, Grace gets Annie. Annie kind of has an impact that no one's expecting. Warbucks learns to, love Annie and wants to adopt her. There's some subterfuge in there because Annie's looking for her parents. So Warbucks tries to find Annie's parents. And then in the end, the crooks get caught, and
Get 'em.
Annie and Warbucks, Warbucks gets to adopt Annie.
Okay,
So,
got to get over you. I learned a lot.
Yeah.
I will say, you know who has a tough time in all these movies?
Who's that?
The orphanage owner. They're almost like never the good guys. It's always like terrible conditions.
Yes.
Like they don't care about.
Right.
It's like I don't like most movies. It's like bad news bears. You see them, you're not rooting for them.
Right. That's right. So what I was talking about. So in good, even like a good sports story.
Yeah.
Or any good literary story or movie, you're going to see themes of sacrifice, redemption. You just think of Gandalf.
Oh yeah,
sacrificing himself for the party. I know you just love that part.
I know. He says something like, "There's like a movie trailer." He says like, "Fly, you fools," or "Run." Or something. I remember this from like a commercial one time. Yeah.
Adoption, where someone's taking someone in. We had a whole series about that. Forgiveness, hope, justice. So those themes, we'd say those originate in God Himself. And so they make good stories because they reflect reality. So we're having a day of hitting our mics.
I know. I've hit the table so many times too. I wait for even.
So Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Star Wars, Pride and Prejudice, Count of Monte Cristo, Romeo and Juliet. We could go on and on. If you want to kind of look at this more from an academic point of view, Frank and his son Zach Turek,
good name,
actually wrote, he's kind of sketchy, wrote this book, Hollywood Heroes.
Yeah.
And it kind of goes through some of the movies and like how they,
and
show.
they like have like movie, like they have that eye for like film and, or you know what I'm saying? Like I've seen podcasts. Yeah. That's like a real interesting way to look at it. And they kind of like highlight from a Christian worldview, like some of these things. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So a little bit about me and my relationship to Annie. I didn't really know Annie before trying out for it.
There was a movie like there's like an old movie on Annie, right? That's like what
there's like a 72, I think, 1972, somewhere in the 70s. That's got Carol Burnett. That version, Warbucks, I mean, he's so egregiously obnoxious to me.
Yeah.
My Warbucks is a lot softer than his, even though I try to be that cantankerous guy, especially at the beginning. Then there's one that's maybe the 90s.
Okay.
And then there is the Jamie Foxx version that came out in 2000s.
I've not seen that, but I remember that came out recently.
Yeah, and it's like a modern, so they don't even put it in the same time frame, and it's very difficult to watch if you're trying. Like I'm trying to watch source material. Like I want to ingest all the different Annies so I can kind of get ideas about how to play
Jamie Foxx Daddy Warbucks?
Jamie Foxx
Can you
is
please
the Warbucks.
just do a Jamie Foxx impersonation the whole time? That would actually be hilarious. Probably not good for the production, but never mind. Yeah.
And then there is a Disney 2014 version where they try to do like a live action of the play.
That's
Harry
cool.
Connick Jr. is the Warbucks in that one. And I like the acting and stuff, but if you know Harry Connick Jr., he's a jazz singer, and he jazzes up some of these
music numbers. Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want something. I don't want
Did you
that.
work a tuba into any of these? Sorry, man.
All right, so we might want to look at
Yeah.
The different versions. Well, I was just gonna say I didn't know anything about it, but I was just like, hey, I wanted to try out. So I learned more about this musical as I went on. And so you could come out to the show even if you don't know anything. And it's not. I just assumed because the snippets I saw, it's like, oh, it's just like a kids musical, but it's not. While it has
like
kids in it, it's got some good themes in it.
Who's what age is Annie?
Well, in the musical, she's an 11-year-old girl.
Okay.
She's being played by someone who's 13, soon to be 14.
Okay.
Yeah. But she could pass as an 11-year-old. She's a slider of frame.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Cool.
Girl. So maybe theme 1.
Okay. Yeah.
And we'll skip down there to Warbucks. So, like I've said, Warbucks, he starts out as this very, hollow kind of guy. He's enormously wealthy. He's a billionaire.
Billionaire in the whatever.
In the 30s.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah. And he made his money from World War I.
Okay.
So he got into industry and was selling a lot of stuff. That's in the story. Warbucks is not a historical person. He's a fictitious person, but he's set in a historical time period. So he interacts with historical people like J. Edgar Hoover, FDR.
Oh yeah. So it's like in real. It's set in real life.
He's a fake person that this guy used in a comic strip to try to call out the government and what they were doing poorly during the Depression.
Gotcha. Yeah. That's cool.
So he's enormously wealthy. He's successful. He's respected. He's powerful. And he wouldn't maybe even know these things, but he's lonely.
Oh, yeah.
He's cynical.
Man.
He can be cranky. He's kind of an empty kind of guy.
He's got the world. Yeah.
Yeah. And like one of the very first things is he's coming in our production and he's just ordered this painting from Paris.
Oh.
And it's the Mona Lisa. And he looks at it and he's like, I don't even like that. And then he's like, okay, maybe I can learn to like it, hang it up somewhere. Yeah. But I take that as him trying to fill this void that he doesn't like. He knows that something should fill that void, and the painting doesn't do it. Mm-hmm. He's got Bentleys, he's got Duesenbergs, he's got Rembrandts, and none of those really fill that void for him. And so he sings this song, Something Was Missing, and one of the lines is, it never occurred I don't know why this is misquoted in here, because I actually know this.
Yeah.
But it never occurred to him that the thing that could be missing could be a person instead of an actual thing. Yeah.
Wow. So does I don't know enough about this. It sounds like he's got a lot of possessions. Does he also have good relationships overall? Or does his coworkers hate, or is he like a harsh guy? Or is like everyone loves him? Or what's his like story?
There is yes and no. I think he is honorable to his staff.
Okay, yeah.
But he's not just overly warm with his staff. He has high expectations, but he's not like mean to them.
Okay, yeah.
He like the opening thing is they are distracted with Annie being there, and so he's a little bit ticked off that Drake, his butler, isn't out there to get his luggage at the beginning.
I gotcha. Yeah,
and it's like, hey, what's going on? I've been away 6 weeks, and you can't even be out here to get my luggage, kind of thing. Yeah. So he does have high expectations. He's kind of, but he's not like mean. He's not cruel to them.
Yeah. That's what I was wondering. Yeah.
So hopefully you can maybe see the parallel.
Yeah.
Annie is going to fill that missing hole in his heart.
Yeah.
In this fictional play.
Why is it that everyone in this world feels like if I just had like a little more money, if I just was like promoted, I had some respect, like it's like, even if you are a Christian, it's like you look at these things and you're like, man, if I just had like this, I would
just
be content.
The next thing.
Yeah. It's
but
like
then
always.
You get that and you go, now just the next thing.
And everyone knows that's the case. And even if it's like, hey, I didn't buy a Bentley, but you like order this thing, it's like, this is awesome. And then you're like, like, it's like such a trope that everyone knows, but it's like continually pulling at you.
Yeah. And there's different things, money, our job. I got Dad's truck, and I'm always like, something's just not quite right with it. I've taken it to a transmission place. I'm concerned that one day the transmission is just going to go out. That's going to be but they're like, we don't really see something wrong with it. So I'm like, is it the transmission? Is it the engine not firing? I don't know.
Yeah.
And I think if I just had a brand new truck, And I go, this
Yeah.
truck was given to me for,
Yeah.
not, it's part of my inheritance. And there's a lot of people that would love to have a truck that just kind of has a little bit of a hitch every now and then.
Yeah.
Because it's working fine. But that's exactly right. Maybe you want to be the most popular. We were made to worship. And we are going to give ourselves over to something or someone, and that might change throughout our life. Maybe you're worshiping your status at work, maybe you're worshiping the dollar, maybe you're worshiping politics, and you want to say, but you're going to give yourself over and really hyper focus on something or someone.
It is fascinating. It's like, man, you find something that you really love and you just like it just, you think about it all the time.
Yeah.
You jump right in,
Consumes
even on a
you.
smaller scale. If there's like a project, I'm just like laser focused for a while, or I don't know, you just are meant to be like honing in and giving
Would you
yourself
say
to
you
someone.
give your heart, your soul, your mind, and your strength over to it? Yeah.
Intellectually, like you're like, man, this, and it's like, if it's not Christ, it's always something like, seemingly silly by comparison.
Right.
You're like, what am I just spent a year doing this. But anyway,
so if you're a Christian, you're listening to this, you've probably already seen the fact that Christ is the only one who can actually fill that hole. And we're told to love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, strength, mind. And so, not that you can't have other things that you love and stuff, but you have to order them right. You have to order those loves. We've talked about that, or the goods in the right way, so that you're doing this, but you can hopefully see, all right, this is less than my love for God, and I can do this in a way that honors God. And you can kind of get those things ordered so that if this were taken away, whatever this is, I still am loving God. This was all my life. It was part of my life, but it wasn't what I built my life on, because I built my life on the foundation of Christ.
No, that is so good. And you have it here in your notes. It's like only Christ, not because you get blessings. Because the other trap is, I'm just going to pray 5 times a day, and then God's going to give me everything I want.
Right.
And maybe in a sense, that's right. In a sense, that's very wrong. Like, hopefully your heart will change to align with what God wants. But you can also, all you care about are the things still,
Right. You shouldn't think of God as like the cosmic Daddy Warbucks.
Yeah, that's
where
great,
you're trying to get the material possessions. Not that Annie does that. Annie doesn't want the material possessions either. She just wants a relationship. We'll talk about her in a little bit. But it's not like your genie that you're, okay, if I just pull this lever, if I do this, then I get all the blessings. Because sometimes you don't.
That's right.
You can be a God follower and go through some Christ follower and be some really tough times. So the great exchange, the ultimate thing is our sin gets given to Christ. His righteousness gives to us. We talked about this a lot. Grace through faith, and it's that reconciliation with Christ. So Warbucks kind of, seeing this is a picture. Obviously, it's a fictional thing, but hopefully you can see, all right, this is, at least it's hitting on the motif of the gospel.
That's great. I like it. Theme number 2.
Annie.
Okay.
So Annie, she's wearing a locket. Her parents did leave her with that locket and a note. And because of that, she's maintained throughout her life that she's not an orphan. Her parents are out there and they're coming back. She doesn't really know why they're out there, but she has her hopes in being someone's child.
Yeah.
And don't want to get emotional. So she is looking for, her parents, and her parents say, hey, her note says they snapped off this locket so that they can prove that it's hers.
Wow. Yeah.
Turns out her parents passed away.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Some versions it's due to illness. Some versions it's due to a car accident. Some versions it's due to a fire. So
wow. Oh, yeah.
Depends on which version you're looking at. Our version doesn't tell how. It just says that they did pass away. But she's looking for identity. She's looking for a family. She's looking for belonging, someone who loves her. And you'll see sometimes this doubt that will come out in this song, because she's known as this autism, tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
But she sings this song maybe, and sometimes the lyrics shift a little bit, and you can see that, that underneath there, she's a little scared. She's lonely. Yeah. She's unsure. She's hoping, and so towards the end of the musical, she thinks she's going to be adopted by Warbucks.
Okay, yeah.
And these counterfeit people come in, and they nearly claim her.
Did they say they are her biological parents?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Because Warbucks has offered a reward to try to find her
them.
parents.
Because he in good faith.
He's in good faith trying to help Annie out. And so they have, false promises, false identity, false family, and the fraud is exposed. And so you could make something of that too. Like, you could chase after the false things.
Everyone wants to be accepted into a family, and things look accepting. And it's like our culture in particular, it's like, man, we just want to love everyone and we'll accept you as you are. And there's just no substance in there, and you get like sucked in, and it's like you hear these stories and people just like lose their mind because it is so crazy. And you know them by their fruits, by their message, that kind of thing. I like that's good.
Through this, Warbucks is like, okay, we got to make sure that these are really her parents. They really investigate these folks, figure out that they're false, and through this, even though he's already launched an investigation before, he's able to find out who her parents were and the fact that they did pass away. And so he knows, like, it's kind of a big deal at the beginning. Like, he's like, Annie, huh? Annie what? What do you mean, sir? What's your last name? I don't know my last name. I'm just Annie. So she goes through her whole life not even knowing what her last name is or given a last name. So when Warbucks finds out who her real parents is, he knows that her name is Annie Bennett, and he's going to be the first person to call her by her real name, Annie Bennett, and say, I'm going to love you, Annie Bennett.
Oh, wow.
And obviously, hopefully you can see some gospel parallels, because just like Warbucks knew exactly who Annie was, God knows exactly who we are, and not just our names. He knows the deepest, darkest parts of us, and yet he still extends that gospel to us. He still wants to call us his own. He still wants to adopt us. He still wants that loving relationship that Warbucks is going to offer Annie.
I'm curious, and the musical is like, what's Annie, optimistic, scared underneath? She's overall like a pretty positive character.
Yes.
Like, she's not painted as, like, obviously not the villain.
Right,
Not like, this Annie, yeah.
She's so positive that she's the one that gives FDR the idea to give a New Deal.
Oh,
Yeah. So she is overall positive. You just see these tiny vignettes where there's like a little chink and like, maybe this isn't. Yeah. But she is like the positive. All right. Theme 3.
Theme 3.
Unless you had any other questions.
No, that's great. I don't even know who can I guess who the Hannigans are? Hannigans are, man, is this like the butler's last name or something? I don't know who the Hannigans would be.
So the Hannigans, the orphan keeper.
Oh, bad guys.
Is Miss Hannigan.
Oh, yeah.
And it's her brother and her brother's girlfriend who try to act like her false parents.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
But in contrast to the musical, especially ours, you'll see what's called Hooverville. It's like this makeshift riffraff of buildings and homes that these people who were formerly rich are just homeless and trying to make ends meet. They don't have, food. They don't have an adequate warmth. They're freezing out here on the street. They don't have a place to live. Miss Hannigan has food.
Okay.
She has a house over her head. She has water. She's as warm as she wants to be. She's in a state-assisted home because she's caring for these kids. But you would think that she just doesn't have anything. She's just covetous. She's ill-contented with everything. So like this contrast between, her and what actually is out there, and she's just a horrible person. She's
got things, and she's just mean to people and not happy. Clearly, I haven't seen this, but it's like I feel like in every movie that bad person like that, it's like, man, they are just maybe even mistreating like the children of the orphanage and these things. I don't know. And
Rooster and Lily, basically, they don't say this, but they say, she says, what are you going to do with Annie once you get her and get this $50,000? And Lily is his girlfriend. It's like, Rooster can make anyone disappear. So the implication is they're going to kill her.
Wow. Yeah.
For this money. And the problem is not poverty. The problem is the heart. We can look at Jeremiah 17, Romans 3, Mark 7, all of those places where it talks about the evilness of our heart. One thing that I found interesting, Warbucks is going to sing this song where he says, the world is my oyster, but where was the pearl?
Okay.
And he goes on to say, who dreamed I'd find it in one little girl?
So he has like everything. And
Yeah. Earlier in the musical, Miss Hannigan sings that she wants to be surrounded with diamonds and pearls, but all she has are little girls. And so Warbucks realizes that the people are more important than the possessions. But Hannigan, she's surrounded by, she could basically be living a life that she wants with good relationships with these little kids, being the mother that they need, in the absence of anything, having basically all of her basic needs met, and she's discontented. So it's a kind of a good opposite foils of each other.
Yeah.
And so good writing will show kind of the evil of humanity too. And I think Annie kind of shows that through the Hannigans.
Oh yeah, that is. I mean, Is this filmed? Are you guys filmed this production at all, or no? Or is like
well, not officially.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I'm gonna miss it. I'm interested. Yeah. Wow.
Lastly, Tomorrow. You've probably Hard Knock Life and Tomorrow are the songs that people most know Annie for. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know a lot, but I do know The Sun Will Come Out Tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's only a day away, and then It's a Hard Knock Life
yes.
for us
it
or something.
It starts out though as You're Always a Day Away.
Okay.
And then about halfway through, FDR, I hate to credit FDR for this in the musical, but he's the first one who switches it to You're Only a Day Away. But everyone adopts that lyric change from there to the end of the musical. So anytime from there on, it's saying it's You're Only a Day Away. And so I just thought this was good because you have these people going through a very tough time, and they have this optimism, and it's a growing optimism. It starts out like we hope that good things are around the corner, and now we have a certain expectation that they're just around the corner. And I thought this is a good parallel for what Christians should have, our hope. We know ultimately God wins, Christ reigns, death is defeated, and even if tomorrow were to bring about our death, we could say, that's fine because we're ushered into the presence of God. Romans 8 talks about him giving us our son. And if he gave us his son while we were his enemies, how much more is he going to give us all things? And so we could, along with Annie, say, I can stick up my chin and grin and say, tomorrow, I love you tomorrow. You're only a day away.
Wow. There you go. I like the, subtle shift in the lyrics, all these different things that, if you're not paying attention, you might miss. Hopefully you don't miss that, kind of stuff. Man, so you guys feeling like you're ready to go?
I think so. We have done 1, 2, 3 or 4 dress rehearsals. Okay. One wasn't like a full dress rehearsal, so we didn't have like costume changes. I didn't. I have a quick change. I have about a little over 60 seconds.
Oh, yeah. So it is really quick.
To change from a 3-piece suit to a dinner jacket. And once I failed horribly at it, but things weren't set up right. We redid like...
because you got to be moving pretty good. Things you can't be looking for things in the moment.
No.
Yeah.
Everything's got to be right. And so we reordered the how we're going to do things, and we changed the top button on the shirt that I'm putting on to make it a magnet, and so the bow tie on. I don't want to give away all of our secrets.
Oh yeah. Please don't.
And then the next time I had time to spare. And then the last night we did it, I was probably like 10 or 15 seconds late. It wasn't so late that it was uncomfortable. So like if that happened in a performance, I think it would be fine. Like everyone was like, yeah, it's fine. If it were, yeah. But we even talked. We're refining stuff because I was trying to help them. Like I have people that are helping me put my shirt on, and like, do not move your arms. Just put your thumb. Put your thumbs. Like this is like one thing. My thumb got caught on. Like it. It seems silly,
but
if you have 60 seconds, and 6 of those seconds or 10 of those seconds are wasted getting your thumb in a sleeve. That's a lot of percentage of your overall time.
behind the scenes, like 60 seconds, you're on the clock, and you're like going for it, you know? Yeah, that is crazy. Yeah, I have never seen Annie before. I'll be interested to watch it too. I'm curious. So this has been adapted. Like, does your director and stuff like adapt it for, or is you're taking something off the shelf, or do you guys like cross through a line? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you do buy a libretto, which is like the script and at least the lead music, and then the musicians have like a fuller orchestration of the music. I wish I had that because it has like the chords and stuff. But anyways, you do have that. We have adapted it like in the play, in the actual movies and stuff. Miss Hannigan is drinking all the time.
Oh yeah.
There are some hints about that. Like if you know
but it's better to hint at it, or it's like I see.
Yeah. Warbucks cusses all the time.
Hey,
not
into
like
it. Yeah.
F-bombs, but like he says damn a lot. So we cut that out. There is a place that I have to act because it doesn't make sense if I don't say so there's a place I have to say your dad, and then I don't say it.
I see,
I look at Annie and I go, you're darn tootin', because the whole thing is that he's adjusting his language because of Annie. So it doesn't make sense for me to adjust it if I'm not actually adjusting it. So I hope no one gets offended at that. But
I would be curious too. I think it's, I understand what people are meaning and saying, but I'm curious how because especially nowadays, like, you know, everything is like very sensitive, like even using the word orphan or my real parents versus birth parent, or like these kind of things. Like I'm always curious how, you know, do they say foster child versus, or obviously in the old ones would definitely be orphan, but there are these things that are interesting, or like, what are you going to do? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyway, but I'd be really curious to, I need to watch one of these movies. So what's the best representation, or what's the best movie of all the sources you looked at?
I think the 1990s version is probably the best.
Okay.
The 70s one,
not good. I mean, maybe not
it's
good,
okay.
but it's not your favorite.
It's not my favorite.
I see.
Yeah.
All right, great. Well, I hope people come out to see it.
Yeah.
4 performances.
Okay. So if you're listening to the air date, tonight at 6, tomorrow at 6, Saturday at both 10 in the morning and at 6 at night.
Oh, there you go. That's a bit Saturday's busy day.
Yeah.
Because it's like
2 performances.
Morning and evening. It's not like an afternoon and evening. It's like morning and evening. Yeah. How long is it?
It's probably 2.5 hours. You're going to have an intercession, or what's it called?
Interceding? Like Jesus is interceding for us right now.
Intermission. Intermission is the word I'm looking for.
There's an intercession. You need to repent.
The gospel will be presented. That's part of
great.
what House does.
So
I think during intermission, it'll start off with a gospel presentation. I think and then we'll do the second act. And I posted the pros of this, and the guy we've been talking about these things. So I'll just say, give credit where credit's due. Trey. I think the tomorrow one is genuinely me. It could be the refrain. The Pearl observation was done by the music director, Miss Harper, because we had a night where everyone was just working solos. So the person singing, Miss Hannigan, did her song, Little Girls, and I came in and I did my song, Something Was Missing. And she's like, I would never have caught this detail had I not heard her song and then your song. She's singing that all she has is little girls and she wants pearls, and you're singing that you found your pearl in a little girl. So Trey Trueluck is the one that talked about, Warbucks, that I first heard say. Warbucks is the one who calls her by her full name, her real true name the first time. So anyways, he was concerned that I was gonna be like, why are you stealing my stuff? I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, so I even put a comment on there like, hey, we've all been talking about this stuff. This is not necessarily original with me. I'm just trying to put it in a way that's sharing the gospel and advertising for the musical.
I love it. It's good. I like that look for, maybe I should drift off into more stories, but there you go. I like it. Anything else about Annie?
No, that's good.
Perfect. Musicals. We were talking musicals. I was like wondering how many musicals I could name. Musicals are like, I feel like there's always one that's like popular, kind of,
And sometimes things have been turned into musicals that you wouldn't necessarily think is a musical.
Point.
Yeah, like Finding Nemo.
Really?
I think there's a Finding Nemo musical.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Like one of the musicals I've seen is like Lion King, the musical. I've seen that.
Lion King
I count that as one of the few.
Yeah.
I've seen. In Memphis, there's a place called the Orpheum, and you would go there and see plays and all these things. And I would see a few of those.
Jill took me to the Orpheum to see Phantom of the Opera.
Hey, there you go.
That was a special gift that she gave me back when we were still dating.
In the day, yeah, that's like the place to be. But I'm sure you know all the musicals. You know,
I don't know all of them. There's Oklahoma.
Now that you say that, I'm sure
Phantom of the Opera are named. Les Mis.
Les Mis is a big one.
Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah, there you go.
Annie. Seven Brides for Seven Brothers.
Maybe. It could be. You should
Mary
just
Poppins.
You should slip in one that's like totally made up. I wouldn't know the difference.
Chicago. Rent.
You really like Rent and the themes.
Yeah. Sound of Music.
Okay. Yeah.
Epic is a musical that they've only done the music side of it. Karis really loves it, and some of my other daughters, her sisters, like it too. But basically, they have put some of the Odyssey and Iliad to music, and so they're singing like those people. Yeah. But you can find it on Amazon Prime right now. It's not been recorded yet, but they do eventually want to make it into a musical.
Oh, when I was in high school, High School Musical was a thing.
High School Musical. I'm sure there's My Fair Lady.
I've seen a musical that was just the worst experience. Maybe this is why I don't like this kind of thing. When I was a kid, my dad, I think maybe it was at the Orpheum, we went and saw like Cats or something.
Cats?
And I was like, man, not loving it.
Cats I love listening to the music of Cats. I watch Cats and it's like, it's a little bit, I like the music, you know. You can listen to the music and you don't have to, but they do some body movements that are not necessarily.
Can you demonstrate? I don't know what you mean. Show it for the camera.
They do some body movements that are suggestive. We'll just say that from time to time. And I was like, but yeah, I like listening to Cats.
Man, I'm trying to think what else. Like what was Wicked? That's one people like.
Wicked. Yeah, we could Hamilton.
Hamilton. That's right. Yeah, I learned a lot about history.
Yeah.
Through Hamilton. Yeah. You know, I'm sure it's all totally accurate.
I'm sure there's your favorite musicals, if you're listening, is out there, and we didn't name it.
And we didn't name it. Yeah.
So tell us what your favorite musical is.
There you go. Yeah. It's great. Anything else on your mind before we wrap up the Gospel According to Annie? What a good one-off podcast. I like it.
Yeah.
Go see the musical.
Tonight.
And no, see it tonight and tomorrow and the next day.
Yeah, all four.
Yeah. Love it. All right, well, that's our take.
Thanks for listening to Take Two. Find us wherever you find podcasts and on YouTube for those who want to watch our videocast.